Have you ever wondered if a small act of kindness can truly make a difference? Let me tell you about a quiet girl named Maya. She had a special secret, a daily ritual that she kept just for herself. Every single morning, with nimble fingers and a hopeful heart, Maya would sit by her window and fold tiny paper hearts.
They were delicate, intricate, and each one held a little piece of her spirit.
But these weren't just ordinary paper hearts. Inside every single one, she wrote a short, powerful message. Simple things. Simple things.
Like you matter, you are stronger than you think, or someone believes in you. Once her little collection was ready, Maya would quietly slip out of her house.
She'd walk through her neighborhood, a silent messenger of hope, placing one tiny heart into each mailbox she passed.
She never saw anyone's reaction.
She never knew if her messages were read or just tossed aside.
All she knew was that she wanted to send a little bit of light into the world, a small reminder that no one is truly alone.
She imagined her hearts finding their way into the hands of someone who needed to hear those words, someone having a tough day, someone feeling invisible. For Maya, this was her way of connecting, of sharing love without saying a single word. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. The seasons changed, and Maya continued her quiet mission. But one rainy Tuesday afternoon, the world felt a little less bright. The sky was a blanket of gray, and a persistent drizzle tapped against her window pane. A wave of loneliness washed over Maya, heavier than usual. The very feeling she tried to soothe in others was now knocking on her own door.
She felt small, isolated, and a little lost.
She decided a walk might help clear her head, even in the rain.
So,
She pulled on her boots, grabbed an umbrella, and stepped out into the damp, quiet streets.
The sidewalks were slick and deserted.
The rhythmic sound of the rain was the only company she had.
Lost in her gloomy thoughts, Maya wasn't paying attention to where she was going. Her foot suddenly slipped on a wet patch of pavement, and she tumbled to the ground with a startled gasp.
Her umbrella flew from her hand, and the cold, wet concrete met her knees. She sat there for a moment, stunned and embarrassed, the rain plastering her hair to her face.
it felt like the perfect, miserable end to a miserable day. She felt a tear mix with the raindrops on her cheek. Just as she was about to push herself up, a figure rushed toward her through the downpour. A kind-faced stranger, holding his own large, black umbrella, was hurrying to her side.
Ig knelt down, his expression full of concern. "Are you all right?"
he asked gently, offering a steady hand to help her up.
Maya took it, feeling a warmth that had nothing to do with the weather.
He helped her to her feet and picked up her fallen umbrella.
As he handed it back to her, he smiled, a genuine, heartwarming smile that seemed to push back the grayness of the day.
Then he reached into his coat pocket.
Maya watched, confused, as he pulled something out.
It was small, a little crumpled from being in his pocket, but she recognized it instantly. It was a tiny, colorful paper heart. One of hers.
The man held it out to her in the palm of his hand.
"I got this from my mailbox last week," he said, his voice soft.
I was having a really difficult time, and then I found this.
"It completely turned my day around."
It made me smile when I really needed to. He looked at her, his eyes full of gratitude.
"So, thank you."
Maya stared at the little paper heart, then back at the man's kind face. Her own heart felt like it was swelling in her chest.
All this time she had been sending love out into the world, hoping it would find a home.
She never expected it to find its way back to her, especially not on a day when she needed it the most. Tears welled up in her eyes, but this time they weren't tears of sadness.
They were tears of overwhelming joy and connection.
She looked at the heart, a symbol of her own quiet effort, now being offered back to her as a gift.
It came back to me, she whispered, her voice thick with emotion.
She looked up at the stranger, who was still smiling at her.
In that moment and she understood a profound and beautiful truth. Love is not something that gets used up when you give it away. It's a boomerang. It's an echo. It's a force that multiplies, that grows, that travels in unseen ways and returns to you when you least expect it.
Maya's small, anonymous acts of kindness had created a ripple,
And that ripple had just washed back over her, reminding her that love, when shared, always finds its way home.
What do you think?
Is there a small way you can share a little bit of your heart with the world today? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if this story touched you, please give it a like and subscribe for more. See you next time.